So before I continue the hunt for Loxar, I think I'm going to start to go over defensive casting mode. What is defensive casting mode? Defensive casting mode allows casting without triggering an attack of opportunity. However, a concentration check of DC 15 plus the spell's level must be made, or else the spell is lost. So if I wanted to cast Melf's Acid Arrow, I need to roll a 17 or higher. 15 plus 2. Why is this useful? Well, if you recall, in the Peninsula District, when Dalen, Fogg, and myself were fighting the escaped sorcerers, they would occasionally provoke attacks of opportunity, because we were next to them and they tried to cast. This allows us to do obscene damage to them. Well, when I say we, I mean Dalen, who has the strength to bench press an ox. So defensive spellcasting would be very nice. And for my example earlier with Melf's Acid Arrow, I would have to roll a 5 or higher to keep my spell under defensive spellcasting, which I would rather take the chance of losing the spell than being attacked, because death is a very hard symptom to recover from. Back to Loxar. This tower looks promising. Why? Well, if I were a brutish thug who wanted to prove myself as god among mortals and ruler of all, I'd want somewhere immaculate to show my stature and my power. This is a tower. Ruined as it may be, a tower is nonetheless rather nice. Now, last time we dealt with a brute like this was Curtin Fanked, the half-orc second hand of the head jailer. That was messy. Now, he surrendered and we had Barkskin. I don't think we'll have either of those, so I want to take more precautions. We do have a bit of a gimmick here we can make use of. Improved invisibility. Let's go over this again, shall we? Target creature becomes invisible, blah blah blah. After attacking or casting spells, the target creature will become partially visible and detectable by enemies, but still retain a 50% cover bonus. When I cast this on Dalen, he'll attack and it will break invisibility, but he will maintain that 50% cover bonus. How does that work? Well, in combat, enemies will attack Dalen. They first need to roll to beat his 50% dodge bonus, because he is all blurry and partially visible. If they fail, that's the end of it. They don't do anything else. They fail their attack roll and they cry. If they succeed, then they actually make their attack roll. And if that misses, well, then they cry again. If that hits, then they actually damage Dalen. Ultimately, this will provide Dalen with a 50% dodge chance, to put it into simpler terms. And that's massive. Because Dalen living helps me live. And me living, well, keeps the story going. Let's press on, shall we? Careful, Fog. Let's use Acid Arrow. Alright, I'm gonna unsummon Fog when she gets low on health. Okay, like right now. Thank you, Fog. You need to get out of there right now. I'll try Scare. No, I didn't think it would work. Do you still have? No. Melf's Acid Arrow I want to keep up at nearly all times, if possible. So now let's cast another Ray of Frost, and then another Acid Arrow. As you can see, Dalen's actually being missed. You can hear the whooshes, and you see on the combat log, he's missing his chance. Oh, that time he hit. Dalen's drinking potion. Nope. Let's do Acid Arrow again here for good measure. I don't care if he already has the effect on him. Nice. Okay, that was actually much easier than I gave it credit for. I overestimated him, but what did he have? Adamantine. I'll take the dagger, and, as gruesome as this is, I will lop off the orc's head and take it back to Cedrin. Vengeance for him and his. And I'll put the adamantine here. Interesting. That sounds like it might be useful. In a similar manner that the fire beetle belly was useful to Eltora, that might prove useful to, I guess, a blacksmith, really. And I think we'll rest here. Recover fog strength as well. So yes, the improved invisibility definitely saved Dalen's life there. And that message earlier, when you saw target already has this effect, that was because of Melf's acid arrow. Its damage over time cannot stack. So if you hit a person with 10 Melf's acid arrows, there won't be 10 damage over times, only 1. Presumably the one with the longest duration will apply. So that's what the message was about. Which, you know, I'm fine with. I did it mostly because it does damage on contact, which is what I wanted. The whole 3d6. That's what I care more about. The damage over time is nice, for sure, but against Loxar and ilk like him, I want more direct damage. Let's head back to Cedrin. I have this beast's head, which hopefully will give him the closure he needs for him and his kind. Should be just ahead, yes? Indeed.
Hey there.
Nothing left. I've nothing. Please, if you can help. Will you destroy the beast that has taken all I had? I have the head of the villain that was killing everyone. You do? I knew someone would make him pay. I knew there had to be some justice left somewhere. Thank you so much. I wish I had something to give, but I have nothing except my gratitude. I thank you. Happy to be of service, good Cedrin. May the city core treat you better than this desolate land. This no man's land. You can still hear the screams. Not very pleasant if you, ask anyone, I think. Unless they are truly demented. I'm curious, I wonder if Loxar was from the Neverwinter prison and during the mayhem escaped instead of following the head jailer. That might be something. Yeah, that might potentially be a thing. Maybe he was a prisoner because he seems like he deserves to be in the pits. Oh, a diseased thug up ahead. Oh, okay, hired thug. They just teleported in with smoke. This man looks well equipped and ready to fight. He doesn't have a uniform, so he's either a mercenary or an adventurer, and likely dangerous. Not anymore. Alrighty.
Their time has come. Destroy them all. The Oath Guard!
I'd like to get a hit on that thug. Get the cure reagents! Whoa, what the? That's the one we were told about! See if I can flank for Dalen here. Alright. Okay, and of course the one that's asleep. Sleep tight. Oh, I've leveled up. Alright, one moment. Arrows I'm not going to use. Let's get indoors, somewhere more secure that I can actually level up in peace and read that note. Oh, of course. Occupied, huh? Would you mind running in terror, good sir? Apparently, oh my gosh. Alright, use this healer's kit. Remove the disease before it incubates anymore. Alright. Oh, potion of cure light wounds. Alright. I think first we'll level up here. Now, we are approaching level 6, and again, I will stick with Sorcerer. Level 6 is very nice because we gain a new feat. But first, I will choose skill points. Concentration, absolutely. Spellcraft, absolutely. And... I think I'll save the next skill points. Now, here is our feat. Something like combat casting would be very nice. This gives this negates the penalty for casting in defensive casting mode if someone's nearby. Basically, to put this simply, when you cast next to an enemy, you have a -4 penalty. Defensive casting is made that much more difficult. This removes that penalty, so we have a much easier time of things, which could be very nice, but I'm not sure I need it right now. I'm feeling a meta magic spell, something like Empower. This will be kind of awkward to explain, I believe, but for now, let's just keep looking at the list. Point blank shot or rapid reload might be nice. So if I get a crossbow again, this way it would allow me to reload my crossbow faster and therefore attack more quickly. Toughness wouldn't be bad. It gives us hit points retroactively. That'd be very nice. What does Thug do? Initiative and Persuade. That's not too bad. Still, a spell is not useful for me right now. Spell Penetration. I haven't come across, well, anything that has spell resist. Well, some of the mages had spell resistance, but I think it's minor enough to where I don't care. Spell Focus might be nice to make some spells of a specific school more efficient. Alright, how about we go for... Well, I'm not sure yet. Let's grab Rapid Reload for now and see if we get... Okay, we do get spells this level. Oh, level 3 spells. Oh, okay, this might change my viewpoint then. Things like Displacement. Similar to the improved visibility, it gives an ally dodge chance. Fireball. I could read Fireball, but I think it's fairly self-explanatory. Flame Arrow is also good. Essentially amped up Melf's Acid Arrow, but instead of damage over time, it's just more raw damage, which is nice. Find Traps, I don't think I need for we have Fog. Gust of Wind, more of a utility, which I do like utility. Invisibility Sphere could be incredibly interesting. But again, I don't think I need it. Lightning Bolt, of course. It's a Lightning Bolt. Mestil's Acid Breath. This could actually fit very well into my acid theme, which apparently I'm going for, unintentionally. This is, it's a cone effect in front of me, which is rather nice. Yeah, 1d6 points per caster level. So this would be, 3d6, I believe? Up to? That's not too bad. Negative Energy Burst. Yeah, that's scary. This is an interesting one. All creatures caught in the area of effect take 1d8 points of negative energy damage, plus 1 per caster level, maximum of 20. So this is a rather nice, reliable damage source because instead of dice, it actually has a flat bonus. So its minimum is still 4, which is not bad. It's better than others. All creatures caught in the point lose a single point of strength per 4 caster levels. That's not bad at all. This is actually a it's a reliable way to actually make enemies lose their strength, which could be very nice. But oh, slow. Oh man, so many options. Scintillating Sphere. The caster unleashes a crackling electric projectile that explodes upon all within the area of effect. It's and some other ones, like Slow, for example, are really nice. All creatures in the area of effect have their movement slowed by half and lose a single attack per round, so they attack slower and move slower. Vampiric Touch is a nice one. It's a close combat spell, but it does damage and heals yourself. Oh man, there's so many good spells. Oh, this is... I feel like a dwarf at a mining shop. Getting my first pickaxe. Alright. And of course, Dispel Magic. This is a stronger effect than Lesser Dispel, which is nice. I may take that. Yeah, I can also retrain spells too, which is rather nice. So for now, let's cancel real quick and reload this. Get back on track here. I was kind of nerding out over all the spell options. So now I know I can add level 3 spells, and while Sleep, for example, has been very good, I could get Spell Focus into Enchantment to make that hit more reliably. Might be nice. A character with this feat is adept in a certain school of magic, gaining +2 bonus to the spell save DC for all spells that are cast from that school. So if I chose Enchantment, my Sleep spell would be very, well, slightly more difficult to resist. Spell Penetration would help me get through enemies' spell resistance, which, again, could be nice. I'm going to go for Spell Focus into Enchantment, because I will take enchantment spells more often, because, again, that tends to apply to mind-affecting spells. I'll take Light, because there's literally nothing else to take. And I can, of course, swap out spells. Scare has really not been useful since the attack on the Academy. I think I will trade it out for... I think Negative Energy Ray, actually. I've been using this wand quite a bit. I think it would make sense to replace the Fear with Negative Energy, sort of enhance it more so. So this is nice. It does 1d6 point of damage, and then does initial once for 2 castles. This is actually around 2d6. Not bad for the spell level that it is. A level 2 spell... I could trade out Lesser Dispel for Normal Dispel. And that actually might be what I do. Actually, I will do that. I will take Dispel Magic proper. Though Fireball, ooh, tempting. But no, we're just... urge to resist. Now instead, let's take... I like the idea of Blindness and Deafness, because if a creature is blind... I think they have a 75% miss chance. Combine that with Dalen's cover bonus from invisibility if he has it. He may as well be God's gift to immunity right there. And this also is nice because this can be... I can channel fear into a stronger emotion to straight up cut connections from their ears and eyes. And it's also an enchantment-based spell, so the save is even harder to resist. I like it. Alright, let's do this. Fog will, of course, get better as time goes on. So let's see here. She has improved visibility. Level 10, she'll use it 2 times a day. Nice. Alright then. That was an abnormally long time for a level up, but I wanted to make sure I was covering my bases and nerding out over spells. Now let's read this, shall we? Anonymous letter. This note bears no markings as to who may have written it. The plague spreads more quickly than we could have possibly hoped. The streets are thick with corpses, and the citizens are on the verge of open rebellion. Soon, Neverwinter will be brought to its knees, and the next phase can begin. But this will not happen if a cure for the Wailing Death is discovered. You must do everything in your power to prevent Erebeth and her agents from ending the plague. This note should be taken to someone in authority. Indeed it should be. But not right now. I have more pressing matters than a conspiracy to stop the plague. I actually just stop the plague. So this Wand of Negative Energy is now actually pretty much the equivalent of my Sleep Wand. I don't need it, in air quotes, but it's still nice to have. Alrighty. You're not gonna shoot me? I heard the Blacklake guards were a little aggressive. We'll see.
Hello.
Greetings, citizen. The Blacklake district has been cordoned off to everyone but the city guard and the nobility. I am a member of the city guard under Erebeth's command. You must be pulling my leg. You're dwarven. That's right. Sorry about that. I think I have heard of you. The city guard has had so many new recruits that it's impossible to keep track. Yeah. Anything of interest I should know about in Blacklake? Well, there's the whole situation with Meldanin. Glad he isn't my problem. He's a strange one. Who is Meldanin? He's one of the noblemen, supposedly a wizard. Scary reputation. I probably shouldn't say much about that. Come now, telling me won't do any harm. Sorry, but I'm not risking that sorcerer finding out that I've been chatting about him. Better a quiet mouse than a loud toad, you know. If you want to know more about it, you should talk to Formosa. You'll hear her screeching soon enough. I'd think, if you go near the district's main square, I wouldn't mind someone trying to rein her in myself. Anything else? Are there places of interest in the Blacklake district that I should visit? You could always visit the zoo. It's run by some of the nobility, and there's quite a selection of exotic animals. Fair enough. Well, let me through the gate then. Right, sorry to hold you up, sir. Damn straight you are. Racist little... Anyways, moving on. Wow. Weapons away. Wow. There's not a corpse in sight. No sounds of chaos. The music was quite lovely. It's rather beautiful here, actually. Look at this place. Wow. How has it maintained its peace so well? Even the city core is in shambles. This place is magnificently preserved. Clean water in the stream here. Fountains abundant. Wow. Alright. What does this say here? Oh, this side. Osrix. Board Laid Bear. Sounds like a lumber production facility or a tavern. Hello, Noble. You gonna come in as well? Well, I've determined it's not a lumber producing factory. It is, in fact, a tavern. Alright. Anyone worth talking to? Information? Ah, it seems there is.